Get ready to match the stars. Orson Bean, Brett Summers, Gary Burghoff, Lynda Richard Dawson, and Penny White as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 75. And now here's the star of Match Game 75, Gene Rivers.
Wilson and friends. You know, this hasn't happened in a long time. It's the first time we've taken...
We love you too, thank you.
Nice to hear Santa's dwarfs again.
Yes. Where are you?
Those are his teeny boppers.
Oh, they're not there at all.
Yeah, there they are.
We're in the last row.
Thanks, fellas.
Stand up for a second. Just stand up for where you? Not you, lady. The ones who are screaming in that high, shrill voice. One more time.
They are teeny boppers.
They are teeny boppers.
Don't sit down till the music
That's what happens
stops.
when you don't eat your vegetables.
Yes. Thank you, ladies, and thank you for coming in.
Now, what were you going to say?
Well, what I was saying is, this is the first time we've gotten together in a long time where everybody who's here now has been here before.
Well, then let's forget the whole thing.
Yeah, that's right. Stick around. How have you been?
Just fair.
You looking... Orson, my mother says you're looking skinny.
What does your mother know? Why doesn't she come out here and feed me some chicken soup?
All right, she will. And you? Nice to see your body again, my dear. Now let's say hello to our two players, Susan Copperthwaite and Kay Moats. Hello there, ladies.
Susan is our current champion. She has won a lot of money. She has $12,400 to her credit.
Now listen, you've had a chance to think about it. What are you going to do with all that?
Spend it on
You're going to spend it and help the economy of the nation?
Help me.
Help you?
Help me.
Well, indirectly, it will help the economy of the nation, and President What's-His-Name will be very grateful to you for that.
Playing it safe again.
That's right. Kay, well, this may go into syndication in 3 years from now. Kay Moats has had her 2 questions. She scored 3. And you scored 1 in your first round. That means you have 1 question to go, and that'll be the end of the game, maybe. Or it could end up in a tie. I don't know what's going to happen, but you better hurry back and find out, okay? All right, here we go. I'll push his button. And we have this question for Susan Copperthwaite. It's the second round question for her. You need 2 to tie and 3 to win. They threw King Kong out of the Boy Scouts when they caught him blanking a little old lady across the street. Now, 1 person does not play. That's Gary. Okay. They threw King Kong out of the Boy Scouts when they caught him blanking a little old lady across the street. Did you hear that, Susan? And you understand it, do you? And you are formulating an answer in your head now, right? Okay. Are you formulating yours?
Such as it is, Gene.
Okay.
He was so in love with Faye Ray. It just makes me want to tear up whenever I think
Put
about
that
it.
right in the slot there. And away we go with Susan Copperthwaite. Susan, now hear this. They threw King Kong out of the Boy Scouts when they caught him blanking a little old lady across the street.
Carrying
A little old lady. King Kong carrying a little old lady. Well, some say yes and some say no. What do you say?
Doo-dah, doo-dah. I was going to say carrying, but I figured there wouldn't be reason to throw him out. I said pushing.
Pushing her.
It's a form of carrying.
Yeah, all right.
No, remember when he picked up Faye Ray? And he
Yes.
took her up to the top of the Empire State Building?
What did he? Oh, yeah, he crawled right up the top of the building, didn't he?
He wanted to marry her.
Yes.
I said scooping and or carrying.
Scooping and carrying. 1 minute. Okay.
He don't
No.
write, dear.
I don't know.
But you can go on down.
You don't write, do you?
No, I don't.
You did that yesterday.
I don't spell too well
yes,
either.
Okay. Now we come to this pretty lady. Lynda, what do you say?
Well, I said carrying.
Carrying. So, Lynda, that means at this moment the score is tied. And now we go to what's-his-name. And if he says carrying across the street, that means that's it.
keep America tidy. Yes, King Kong's fur coat was made by Dicker of Hollywood, and they don't throw you out, you know, if you just
carry. No, it's got to be a...
Picked her up
and threw her across the street. He got the idea. Betty, did you get the idea?
I got the idea, but I got it the first time I saw King Kong. See, the thing is that I'm an animal freak.
Yeah.
And I wish I had had the part that Fay Ray did. Whoa. She got the best part. But
instead she got stuck with Alan Ludlam. Oh, I love you, Betty.
I know you do. But the thing is, I knew it was carrying, but I said throwing.
Throwing. So this game ends in a tie, folks. Tie score 3-3. So that means you got to break the tie, go to a tiebreaker. Let's wipe it clean. Shazam. And push this button, and there's the tie-breaking question. One for each lady, and the one who scores the most will be the winner. Kay, your selection, please.
B again, please.
B again. Tiebreaker.
Yes.
Annette Funicello said, being a Mouseketeer was terrible. They never paid us. All they gave us was blank. Annette Funicello says, being a Mouseketeer was terrible. They never paid us. All they gave us was blank. You remember the Mouseketeers, Kay?
I sure do.
I bet you watched them a lot.
Mouseketer.
All right, everybody's finished.
I said, I can't spell. What is
Annette
this?
Funicello said, being a Mouseketeer was terrible. They never paid us. All they gave us was...
Ears. You know, the...
ears. As you will hear in a moment or so, the audience is trying to tell you something, Kay. And when they scream and holler and applaud and fall out of their seats when they hear a certain answer up here, you'll know what they're trying to tell you. Orson, what do you say to this? They never paid us. All they gave us was, she said, ears.
Ears?
Where'd you get them ears at? What do you say?
Well, I say that since they were Mouseketeers, they were paid off in cheese.
Cheese! Okay? The audience has just spoken to you, darling.
I heard.
Brett?
That's an emotional crowd.
That's right. They really are. What do you say?
I say LSMF cheese.
Jesus. What do you say?
You know, I'm a terrific Orson Bean fan.
So am I.
And he's a real buff on trivia. Yeah. Some dinosaurs were only as big as a chicken. Remember that?
Yeah. Right. I remember it well.
And as a matter of fact, the best mouse bait is not cheese; it's peanut butter. But anyway,
you put cheese anyway. And you know what else?
What?
He collects fillers from the New York Times. You know those
really?
little two-sentence squibs? He did a whole act at the Blue Angel
with that. I collect fillers from teeth.
Isn't this interesting?
Yeah.
So, being a Mouseketeer was terrible. They never paid us. All they gave us was blank. And she said ears.
Yeah, well, I know it's grammatically incorrect. However, I did say ears.
You just said ears. All they gave us was ears. That's one for you, Kay. Okay.
Well,
all right.
Well, you know that Kay was the first human Keno board?
no, I didn't, but I'm really glad I
That's
know
right.
now.
She was. She told us that when she came out here for the first time when she was telling us the story of her life. She was a Keno board.
Show us number 49.
Show us your answer.
Cheese.
Cheese. All right. Okay, what do you offer this lady? Ears or cheese?
I think it's so marvelous of Lynda Day George to make an absolute fool of herself just so a contestant can win. I think that's marvelous. Cheese.
Cheese. 5 cheese and 1 ears. Well, that means you need 1 to tie and 2 to win. Right after we come back from this message of interest for one and all gathered up. Hello there. Where are we? Oh, we're in the middle of a tiebreaker. Kay has had her question. She scored 1. Susan, you need 1 to tie, 2 to win. Henrietta
Yes.
Elephant said to Ernie Elephant.
Oh.
You know, for an elephant, you've got a really short blank.
I said to Irving.
Henrietta Elephant said to Ernie Elephant, you know, for an elephant, you've got a really short blank. Hello, darling.
Hello.
Next, Not you, sir. It's as far as I go. Not wrong.
Well, you've certainly got a short flank, too.
Question.
No, I won't
No,
answer.
don't ask a question because it may lead to, formulating an answer. We have to be
It
perfectly
certainly
fair.
would. May I go to the bathroom? Oh.
All right, everybody ready. Here we are with Susan Copperthwaite. Henrietta Elephant said to Ernie Elephant, for an elephant, you've got a really short blank.
Memory.
Memory.
Elephants never forget, right?
Now, wait a minute. She said elephants never forget, and so therefore she said you got a really short memory. What did you say, Orson?
This is not my answer, but to show you that I was considering, but it's not my answer. My answer is proboscis.
Proboscis.
Yes, that's a little lascivious, I know, for daytime.
All right. He had memory and he rejected that for proboscis. What do you say?
Do you remember the wonderful Dorothy Parker line when the two elephants got married and their pictures were on the cover of the Los Angeles Times?
No.
She looked at them and she said, "I'll give it 6 months." Well, honey, I said trunk, which is like proboscis.
Yeah. What everybody seems to be saying, Gary.
Some proboscis or probosci were only as big as a chicken. Did you know that? That's right.
So far, we have 3 of those, Susan. You had a good idea, I guess, but it's not working. Hello there, Lynda.
Hi.
Are you going to save her again with memory?
Having made a complete fool of myself the last time by saying years, I guess I might as well make a complete fool of myself this time and say memory.
Very foolish girl, isn't she? So you've been fooled twice, eh?
Twice, but I got the right answer.
Okay, so we got a tie at this moment. The tie could be unbroken if either Richard or Betty say memory. Richard, what have you got?
Thanks for the memory. Oh, yeah, memory.
It's so much better than thanks
Memories.
for the trunk.
Yes.
I forgot I wrote that.
You had it also. Congratulations, Betty had memory too. Well, Kay, we thank you very much for gracing our stage and being with us. We have a gift for you together with our thanks. Kay Moats, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye, Kay. Now, Susan, that $100 brings you up to an even $12,500, and you're going to have another shot at over $5,000. You ready for it?
I have to go to the bathroom.
I told you to go before you left the house now. How many times do I have to tell you that? No, let me tell you. Now, you really don't have to go. It's just a nervous condition that does that to you.
Yes, I do.
What's that?
Yes, I do.
It's not a nervous condition.
We don't have a commercial or anything here. You can wait a little, can't you? Okay. Susan, we polled a recent studio audience. I guess I'll just stand right over here, folks. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to hold you up there. She's a little nervous. We polled a recent studio audience, and we got their best response to this. Oscar blank. Now, the answer they gave most often is worth $500 if you match it. If you match the next one, you get $250, and the third, $100. 3 of these people are permitted to help. You may choose them one at a time now.
Richard?
Oscar.
Well, loving poets as I do, I'll say Oscar Mayer, as in Wiener.
Oscar. I thought you were going to say it.
Betty?
Oscar.
Award.
Award. Okay.
Orson?
Have you got one?
Oscar Wilde.
Oscar Wilde? All right. He was a poet you had in mind?
Yes.
Okay.
You wrote I Wish I Were
In Love Again.
Mayer.
Yes. Oscar Wilde, Oscar Mayer, and Oscar Award are the 3 that have been given to you. You may choose one of those or give us one of your own as the answer.
Meyer.
Meyer. So, we're looking for Meyer. Let's find out where Meyer is right now. First, we will start down at the bottom, and we will reveal the $100 response. Already, Oscar Levant. Did you think of him?
I thought of him.
I think of him often. He was a marvelous, funny, gifted man. Okay, looking for Oscar Mayer. May we see the $250 response? Oscar Madison.
Both of those.
Who's Oscar
You had
Madison?
both of those.
Jack Klugman, you idiot.
Not to mention. And a bologna sandwich.
And now here's the last chance for Oscar Mayer. Here's the $500 response. Okay. Now you have an exact even $13,000. Now you're going to play for $5,000. You're getting close to our all-time high money winner here, who won $18,000 something, $300 or $400, I think. Which one celebrity do you think you can match here on a head-to-head basis?
Richard.
Richard. All right. You've done it before. Let's see if you can do it again. Face me if you would, please, Susan. Here is the $5,000 question. Jump blank. J-U-M-P blank. Jump blank. He's finished. Now we need your answer. One you think will match his. What do you say to that? Jump blank.
Jump for joy.
Jump for joy. Well, if he's got that on the card, you don't think he may not have that? He may not have that on the card? Is that what you're saying, audience? You never know. You never know on this show. Let's find out right now what he has on that card for $5,000.
We matched a lot of times, but we didn't do it there. I said jump rope.
Jump rope. Did you think of that?
No.
That's the first thing I thought of. I didn't even think of jump for joy. That was not a bad answer. All right. Now you're up to, as I said, you're even $13,000. You're going to play another game in a moment or so, but right now we're going to do this message, and then we'll come right back, okay? Hello, mister. Hello there. Now, we're going to play another game. To do that, we got to introduce another player. Let's welcome Joy Anderson. How are you, Joy?
Fine, thank you.
Would you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Would you believe?
Where you're from?
Oh, I started out in St. Louis.
You did? And here you are.
It's been 25 years getting here.
Really? Long trip. Those covered wagons move slowly, don't they?
That's right.
Anything else you want to tell us about Joy Anderson?
Well, I'm sort of the den mother for the kids that are on the show.
You're sort of the den mother
Den
for the
mother.
kids who are on the show waiting around backstage to get here.
Yes, right.
Is that all you want to say? Sorry
Yes.
with us. Okay, Joy, nice to have you with us. Good luck to you. I'll ask you to make a selection here, A or B.
B, please.
B it is. Here we go. New game. Everybody plays. At the White House, the First Lady said to the President, "No wonder this mattress is so lumpy. Look, there's blank inside."
You're going to get us in a lot of trouble.
No, I'm not going to get you in trouble. Just trust your first impulse and put it down on the
My first
card.
impulse was you're going to get us in a lot of trouble.
Terrific.
Would you repeat the question?
At the White House, the First Lady said to the President, "No wonder this mattress is so lumpy. Look, there's blank inside."
Look at the ugly duckling, Lynda Day George. Isn't it a shame about her face?
Yes.
You'd think she'd have enough sense to put some makeup on or wear a paper sack over it or a hood.
All right, Joy Anderson. At the White House, the First Lady said to the President, "No wonder this mattress is so lumpy. Look, there's blank inside."
Tape.
Tape inside. She's a very wicked lady. She got the idea, and the audience loves that answer. How about yours?
I'm afraid that I didn't get the idea.
You didn't get the idea?
No, there's Nixon inside.
I think you got the idea. Okay, Brett.
Well, sweetheart, what else? The missing tapes.
The missing tapes. There's one for you, Joy. Gary?
Now, I'm not saying that President What's-His-Name knows anything about this.
Yeah.
Okay. But we've been losing a lot of money through the Congress, and I was wondering where they were stashing it, and I think they stashed
There's money
it.
inside, I see. So that's where it went, eh? Okay,
Told you I
Lynda.
was going to get in trouble.
You're not in trouble.
Terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Show and tell.
Oh.
What if you're ashamed of it? Oh,
That's
tape.
what I
That's
said,
it.
tape.
There's two for you, Joy. Okay. You know, you're hot as a pistol today. Every one. She's matched every one.
Well, let's not say anything about it, okay?
Okay, let's not break the spell.
When you look like that, you're hot as a pistol every day.
Remember that. An ex-legionnaire told me.
Let's see your answer there, Richard Old Bean.
I thought possibly it was lumpy because there was a CIA man there. But I said, tape.
Good for you. 3. And Betty.
And where there's a tape machine, there's tape. So it's the same idea. Yes.
Tape machine.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh,
so
yes.
you got 4 for you. Now we got to stop. And your first round question will happen at another time. Right now, this is happening especially for you. Well, ladies, we're going to have to leave you on the hook here until next time. Sorry about that, but that's the way it goes. We got to stop right now, and we'll look forward to seeing you then. 4-0 the score at this moment. Listen, I just want to say you were all splendid. It was jolly and gay for me, and I hope it was the same for you.
But how did
Was
you like
gay.
the game?
Everything was just dandy.
Say good night, Gracie.
All right, Gracie, join us next time for Match Game 75. Gene Rayburn here. Goodbye.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 75. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Stay tuned for Tattletales next over most of the CBS stations.